Hello everyone, myself Kshitij Jha, and I'm there in mathematics department of our college. So I'm going to teach you Scilab, which is there in your syllabus of practical of discrete mathematics. So Scilab, the full form of Scilab is scientific laboratory. Let's understand first what is the other syllabus part of it. So this particular Scilab practical would be in under the subject of discrete mathematics. Course code is USIT1P4. uh, yes, you will also have practical examination that would be of around 2.5 hours and will be of 15 marks. There would be no any internal examination for this particular practical subject. Let's see what are the syllabus of Scilab is. So first, title of practical is set theory. Second, we have functions and algorithm. Third, we have counting. Fourth, we have probability theory. Then we have graph theory, discrete graph, properties of integer, algebraic system, Boolean algebra, and recurrence relation. So these are the topics of practical that we are going to learn through this particular software, and this also would be there in your discrete mathematics subjects. So once you understood these concepts in a detailed way in the theory lecture, then I'll come up with this particular software also. So moving for the next, let's start with the introduction of Scilab.
Scilab is a free available open source software that is used worldwide by the people for the scientific, engineering and numerical calculations. Scilab was first created in 1990 by the researchers from the National Institute for Research in Computer Science and Automation, that is INRIA. It is situated in France. Why Scilab? It contains large number of built-in functions which are organized in libraries called toolbox. In Scilab, we can use the functions by just recalling their names and there is no need to redefine them. It also offers possibility to add programs interactively from other programming languages such as C, C++, Fortran, etc. It can be used in different operating systems such as Unix, Windows, Linux, Mac, etc. Scilab uses matrix environment which is quite simple and easy to use. In Scilab, mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication can be performed immediately without any delay.
So that is introduction of Scilab. I hope you understood a little bit about Scilab, uh, from when it is introduced and what are the different features and applications of it. Moving for the next slide, this is what the appearance of Scilab. There we have console window, variable browser, command history, then web search also, and in the left hand side part we have the file browser also. So this is what the normal appearance of console when you install it. So and when you start programming on Scilab, so this particular environment would be there in front of your screen. So moving for the next, introduction to Scilab. So Scilab is a programming language associated with a rich collection of numerical algorithms covering many aspects of scientific computing problem. So basically this entire Scilab is made up of numerical algorithms, means there we have some numerical data and through which we can execute certain mathematical and statistical problems. So Scilab is an interpreted language. Okay, then user can develop their own modules so that they can solve their practical problems. The Scilab language allow to dynamically compile and link other languages such as Fortran and C. Scilab is free and open source software, that is FOSS. To download a Scilab online, help is provided in many local languages in their particular their websites. Let me talk about what is free and open source software. Free means what? You can easily without paying any cost download it from their website. Open source means what? Is source code is free to a user, means with that particular source code one can modify it as per their requirement. So that comes in open source software. And the next thing is what it is also like available for any operating system, whether you have window, Ubuntu, Linux, whatever the operating system are there, so you can install very easily this particular software on that operating system. Okay, so moving for the next application of Scilab. From the scientific point of view, Scilab comes with many features. At the very beginning of Scilab, features were focused on linear algebra. Linear algebra is one of the branch of mathematics. Like for example, there where we used to solve linear equations. Okay, we used to solve matrices, determinants. So that would all be there in the linear equation. We used to solve quadratic, cubic, and many problems in that particular domain. But rapidly the number of features extended to cover many areas of scientific programming, scientific computing. Apart from mathematics and statistics use you can uses, you also can do a certain scientific uh, problem also. uh, the following is the short list of its capabilities. The first one is it use in linear algebra and spare matrices. It is application. It has application in polynomial and rational functions, interpolation and approximations. It also be useful for linear, quadratic, and non-linear optimizations, ordinary differential equation solver and differential algebraic equation solver, linear matrix inequation optimization, signal processing, statistics, graphical features like 2D and 3D plots, as well as user interface. How to get and install Scilab? So whatever your platform is, Windows, Linux or Macs, Scilab binaries can be downloaded directly from the Scilab homepage, which is https www.scilab.org, or from the download area http www.scilab.org.download. Let me click one of the link. So this is the domain area. This is like the web page of that particular Scilab platform through which you can download this particular software. Okay, Windows Vista, then Linux, Mac OS. So for all the operating system, it is there. For Windows, it is applicable in 64 and 32-bit operating system. So it's easy to install from there. So these two different link through which you can download this particular software in your Windows, Linux or Mac OS in a platform operating system, and it's free. It is free. So these two are like references through which I have made this video. So thank you so much. But before ending, again I would like to repeat one important thing about Scilab. Scilab is FOSS. FOSS means free and open source software. Free means what? You can easily download it without paying a single rupee. Okay, and open source means what? Is source code is free. Source code means what? That particular code through which that Scilab has framed, so through which you can modify that particular Scilab software as per your own requirement. So that is the mean of open source. So thank you so much.